Oh, no. Let's do this. Everybody watching the rerun of this, you're gonna watch me do some awkward cringe stuff right now. Sorry about it. You know, you gotta post these things. How we doing? How are we doing? Yo, dude, that's the quickest I've ever had anybody hop in here. What up, Jeb? How we doing? How we doing? Let's ride. Hi, Sadie. How are you? Thank you. I'm actually watching the burnt peanut right now on my second screen. Hi, Lindsay. How are you? You're watching Peanut too. Yeah, this War Dogs game looks pretty sick. Which actually notify. Oh, shocker. Oh, that's nice. Um, some some people say that like they don't get my YouTube like notifications, so I never know. Um, does everything look good? Sound good? I need to buy a microphone for my computer. Is like the next thing that I need to buy. So, but I'm in a fairly quiet room, so I assume good, sweet. Live from my make it weird. Oh, dude, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really trying to like I'm 100% not going to pay less attention to like Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. I don't know where everybody watches my content from. That's in here. Um, but YouTube's like the white whale. It's super hard. It's super difficult to like crack through the algorithm and get to monetization status and all that. And they released all of their um they released an update a couple weeks ago saying that they were gonna make the requirements for monetization a lot harder starting next year. Um, so I'm like so close if I just like lock in. So that's I'm locking in. Yeah, YouTube is tricky. I used to go on live on TikTok a lot. I've never gone on live on like Facebook and things. I would love to get to a point where I like figure out OBS and things so I could go live on here and Facebook at the same time and all that, but you know, it is what it is. What's everybody how was everybody's week? Did you guys watch anything spooky this week? Um how's everybody feeling? Did you watch Pinocchio Unstrung? Yeah, Passenger was so disappointing in my opinion. I know a lot of people liked it. I don't know anybody that loved it, but man, that trailer, after that trailer, can we all agree that the Passenger trailer was incredible? Like it has to be like one of the best trailers of the year. Like that thing went viral. You watched all the Insidious movies. Okay, Sadie, rank them. What's your I've seen Insidious rankings all week, and they're so incredibly different. I love seeing where everybody ranks them. I swear, I need to post this on IG, and then I'm gonna lock in. Hold on, give me 1 second, 1 second. All right, posted, done, locked in. Okay, Passenger, yes, just rented Bloodshine. Yes, I think I need to watch Bloodshine. Um, I haven't seen it yet, but it's supposed to be very like folk horror, which I love. Um, they should have kept it to the trailer as a short. Yeah, it's just man, the the trailer for Passenger was so good. Watched on Backrooms, Everything Must Go. I haven't seen that yet. I've seen Backrooms, just not the Everything Must Go. Would have been more fun if Passenger was found footage. Yeah, I think found footage vibes would be good. I watched Insidious 3, 4, and 1 when you told us the chronological order. I didn't get to the other ones yet, but we'll tomorrow. Next weekend. Oh, hell yeah. 23154. Is that your favorite is 2, and then it goes down to your least favorite is 4? I've seen Backrooms twice. I really need to watch it a third time. I feel like it's a movie that you probably the more that you watch it, the more that you'll you'll pick up. Because the second time that I watched it with some friends in a theater, I started to pick up on a little bit more, like, things. Um, I don't wanna spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen it in here, but there's just, like, scenes where I'm like, "Oh, I see," like, the back rooms was replicating certain things and, all that, so love that. Okay, so your favorite is 2. I see a lot of people that really love 2. I just saw a ranking, my first one ever, that somebody rated Chapter 3 their favorite one, which I thought was surprising, but I love seeing what everybody loves. I love the first one. The first one is just that's my shit. Um, now I'm also very curious, has anybody done this? I was talking to and I don't know if you guys follow, Gigi from Room for Scream, but I was with her, we went and saw, Out of the Further early on Tuesday, and we were at dinner, and we were talking about, of course, Insidious, and I just did all this, like, big recap things and this, that, and the other, and, it's so interesting. I think if you watch the Insidious movies in release order versus so if you watch it in release order, you are gonna rank them a certain way, but if you watch them in chronological order, I feel like your ranking is probably so different. Maybe not. But I found myself I watched it in release order, and when I got to the red door, I felt like I liked it a little bit more than my first watch because, like, okay, we're back with the Lambert family. We just spent chapter 3, 4, or chapter 3 in The Last Key with people that you really just don't know other than Elise, which arguably she is the heart and soul of the entire franchise. I get that, but initially when I started back into the red door, I was like, oh, my comfort. Like, here's the Lambert family. Like, Where with the Lambert family, there's just a bit of comfort there because you spent 2 movies with this family. However, if you watch that shit in chronological, like they show up midway through, and you're probably like, "Who's this?" Like they are the random family. Um, and then if you watch 3 and The Last Key, it kind of takes away from the mystery of number 1. It's just super interesting to me. Hi Jen, how are you? No, no one's late. You can't be late to these things. I'm just happy that people are here. This is the most people I've ever had in a YouTube live. So that's pretty cool. Hi Jillian. 16243. Oh, so you saw Out of the Further. That's probably I've been going back and forth if I want to put I don't want to talk spoilers for Out of the Further, but because I don't know if I mean obviously there are people in here that have not seen it yet. But there was a point in Out of the Further where I was like, "Yo, this might be like my favorite Insidious." Like there was a point where I'm like, "This is so good." And the vibes were great. It was creepy. And then there was a moment in that movie where I was like, "Ah, I don't like this anymore." um but I walked out still thinking that it was a top 3 Insidious film. But if the back half of that movie was just as strong as the first half for me, like it would have been competing with that number 1 slot. And I'm trying to work out if I did enjoy it more than chapter 2. I don't think so, because I think the third act in chapter 2 is stronger. But so I would probably go 1, 2, 6. In my personal opinion, the first 45 minutes of Out of the Further is some of the creepiest, scariest stuff that out of the entire franchise. In my opinion. There's one sequence in particular where I was like, I hate all of this. But like hate in like the best way, like very complimentary. The dentist scene, the character in The Six of the Dentist, right? Yes. And what up, Mike? How are you? Yeah, it's very creepy. And I kept getting shit on my videos. They were like, you keep saying you said that Insidious is scary again, but it's PG-13. It can't be scary. Those movies are trash, this, that, and the other. In the grand scheme of things, do I think the Insidious franchise is like this, like some of the scariest movies out there? No. But for the Insidious franchise, I think, in my opinion, 3, 4, and 5, there really isn't anything in those movies that I was like so anxiety ridden, intense, and like, oh, that was scary. Out of the Further brings that back in my opinion, especially in that first like 45 minutes to an hour. I've seen Buddy. Yes, I saw it at South by Southwest back in March. Is it March or April? I can't remember all the. Yeah, I still have yet to see the end of Oak Street. I prioritized seeing The Descent. last week in theaters. Because any chance that I get to see a masterpiece in the theater like that, I'm gonna take it. And then things got busy and I just haven't seen it yet. Um, but I wasn't like overly prioritizing that movie anyway, because it just didn't come off like too horror vibe, but I want to see it. I think I'm gonna go see it this weekend. I heard it was great. Is anybody stoked for Buddy? Travis, my guy. What's up, dude? How are you? I thought the attempted scares were so predictable and the exposition of the movie was so annoying. Yeah, that's fair. Totally fair. In my opinion, the um I thought they built like the tension and the anxiety and stuff and they 4K, what's up, dude? Um I thought they built the scares, the anxiety, and the tension a lot better in Out of the Further, but I love just, like, sitting in a house and, like, what's down the hallway. That's just, like, my kinda shit. Um, so I loved that. What I found very predictable is just, like, the overall story of Out of the Further. There was no like, all the reveals to me was like, "Yeah, I saw that coming." This tricks that they've used previously that they were just, like, using again. Um, Hope you've been good. Travis, I've been so busy. I'm exhausted. I'm really locking into this, like you in 4K will appreciate this because you guys do what I do. You're out there grinding. Keeping up with content for TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, throwing in YouTube, trying to get YouTube sorted before they throw, the requirements times 2 for monetization for YouTube next year. Like, I'm locking in. So just the one thing of adding YouTube into the mix, I'm like, "Brother, I'm I'm in front of this computer and my phone all day, researching, doing photos, doing videos. It's crazy." Oak Street was the closest to a scary dinosaur movie I've seen. It reminds me so much. I haven't seen it yet, but it reminds me of that like old school Jurassic Park kind of vibe. Um, I bought a new high-end TV. I need to buy a new TV so bad. I want a new TV and surround sound system so bad. 4K. I have not seen Fall 2 yet. I want to see it so bad. Sydney's out in LA right now for something with Fall 2. I'm looking forward to hearing what um she thinks. The original Fall, I hate heights. I don't do heights. Um So that movie just straight up gave me anxiety. Um, without spoilers, what did I think about Buddy? It is it is an unforgettable film. Like whether you love it or you hate it, it is an unforgettable film. Like it is so this whole like 90s show made horror is very like what was that one? Monkeys um Monkey's Magic Merry-Go-Round was very like um Mr. Rogers. It's kind of in that vein. Um, but in my opinion, they push it with Buddy. I in my in it's very Barney coded. And growing up watching Barney, particularly the first 20 minutes of this movie, you're gonna be like, "What are we doing here?" But then, like, I grew up watching the show, so I was like, "I love everything about this." I really don't wanna spoil anything. Um, so it is gonna be a movie where it is going to have hardcore I love everything about this fans, and it is going to have hardcore, "This is the worst thing I've ever fucking seen in my entire life." Like, it's one of those. I'm supposed to be getting something from Buddy, some sort of package. Um, yes, my theater is playing Amziah King. I wanna see it so bad. Cody Leach says it's a masterpiece, he loved it. He was ranting and raving about it at, um, South by Southwest. I haven't had a chance to see it yet. Yeah, I wanna they Buddy reached out to me about, like, doing some sort of, like, PR box or something, but I haven't gotten a screener. I wanna watch it again so bad. Maybe I'll reach out to somebody and be like, "Hey, hook a brother up." Love for you and Cody to do a collab. I was just talking to Cody 2 weeks ago. There was some, like what was that? Oh, for all the Ice Cream Man drama, he texted me and he was like, You doing all right, buddy?" I was like, "Yeah, the internet's crazy." But Cody's a good guy. I love Cody. Well, him I can I tell you guys a funny story? Hi, Gigo. That's my friend right there. Hi, Gigi. Speaking of, I was getting ready to tell you a story. My first Fantastic Fest, Gigi was there with me. I'm not a YouTube person. So these two guys were like, "Hey, like, let's I want to take you guys I want to drive you guys around, do all the Texas Chainsaw House and see different like filming locations and things. It's your last day." We're like, "Yeah, cool." So me and Gigi got in the back of Sean Chandler's van and Cody Leach was there and they drove us all around fucking Texas, showing us Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake house, and the gas station, the barbecue. We saw the barn that was used in Friday the 13th remake. They took us to the original road, all these things. And it was so cool. It was so cool. And I remember posting online, being like, "Oh, look at this," and people were going, "Why are you with Cody Leach? Why are you with Sean Chandler?" And I was like, "Who? What do you mean?" I had no fucking clue who these guys were, just having a good time, like, seeing all these, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre locations. Now I know who the fuck Cody Leach and Sean Chandler are, but that was so funny. I was like, "Wait, am I not supposed to be with these guys? What's going on?" Uh, but I should be seeing Cody and Sean here in a few weeks at Fantastic Fest. Oh yeah, I've got no, I don't we haven't done tickets for Fantastic Fest yet, but the Airbnb's booked, press ticket locked in. I can't wait. I've Fantastic Fest is my favorite time of the year. I love it. Oh, everybody in here knows Gigi. That makes me so happy. Um, what's up, Elijah? What'd you think of Out of the Further? We were just talking about it. Like, 10 minutes ago. I've already been alive for 25 minutes. This is so fun when there's actually people in here. I've seen a few weeks. It's been, dude, are you coming? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know. What is going on with that? I don't think that's a hot take. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, in a weird way, I think Out of the Further is like a soft, like, reboot. I don't want to say like a complete reboot of the franchise. Um, but like it's a tad little soft reboot that you don't necessarily need to see the rest of the films to kind of like go in there and like enjoy it. So in a way, it is a bit of a soft reboot. So I don't see why that would be a hot day. You're going for Resident Evil and to support next movie. Dude, I can't not wait to see Playhouse. I cannot wait to see Playhouse. You said psychological thrillers, Gigi. You know I'm bad at this. Fucking no. Oh my god, yes. Wait, one of one of these years, I want to meet the gang, and you should. You do it. I know this is not Gigi, it's Gigo. I'm fully aware. Disturbia. I love Disturbia. We were just talking about Disturbia like 3 weeks ago. I think Primetime has a big chance of being a secret screening. I really do. I think there's no shot we don't get Other Mommy as well. I want to see Other Mommy so bad. I thought Other Mommy would be like one of like the big like actual announcements. Yeah, Disturbia. Some love for Disturbia. Love Disturbia, man. If you guys love Disturbia, Gigi, I know you haven't seen this yet. I keep telling you. But there's a film called The Good Neighbor. It has James Caan, rest in peace. And it's about these two kids that for a school project, they decide that they are going to make James Caan their next door neighbor. They're going to try to make him believe that his house is haunted. And it's not a full found footage film, but it's very found footage vibes. It's a lot of like in-house cameras, and like shot from their computer. But if you like Disturbia, Good Neighbor is like right there. Also, what's that called? The Wretched. I think The Wretched is overhated. I say The Wretched is Disturbia, but make it witchy. I like The Wretched. Frailty rips. Yes, I need you to watch The Good Neighbor because I feel like I'm like the only one out of our group that's seen it, and I really liked it. I don't know what's like. This is literally my second live on here. I don't know what's going on, but you deserve a crown. Top viewer. Oh, you need to watch more of my stuff. How we doing? How are we doing? Yeah, dude, Frailty rips. What's up? What's up? Oh my god, be right back. Gonna take a photo of photo booth photo. You do your thing, queen. Watch time and comments. Yeah, 4K. Are you doing YouTube content? Jillian, yes, thank you. I know. Good Neighbor's so good. The ending, dude, no spoilers, but fucking wrecked me, dude. I am a baby. People always just say, "Oh, you're a pussy." Whatever, dude. Like when movies make me feel things, bravo. Bravo. Good Boy, forget about it. It is on Prime. Yeah, it's got James Caan. Um I do not remember the actor's name off the top of my head, but it's got the main kid from that show on Netflix, a typical. And then this account. You have 2 accounts? That sheesh. I need to rewatch Good Boy, but it destroys me every time. That's a movie that I will die on a hill for, man. I love that movie. I'll never forget sitting next to Sydney, South by Southwest. That movie got done, and I was like, "Do not look at me. I am sobbing." Way better ever. Okay, yeah. The other Good Boy, you're the Norwegian one or whatever, where the guy dresses up as a dog? Are you talking about that one? If so, crazy pull. Crazy pull. That's a that's a weird movie. What up, Goobs? How are you? Yeah, I'm just chilling, man. It's been a busy couple weeks. Very busy couple weeks. But I'm finally done with all my Insidious content, which is super cool. But like, um, what's been crazy is I always have a hard time like retaining information. I don't know why, but like I watched the entire franchise. I wrote notes in my phone watching the entire franchise, and then I took those notes and broke it down into like my recaps. I spoke all the recaps, and then I did a then I was like, "Oh, I need to do a full YouTube recap for this like watch time, thing that's happening." And so like after watching, taking notes, doing short form recaps, a long form recap, I was in making breakfast this morning, just off the top of my dome, being like, chapter 3 starts with the retired Elise, and Quinn Brenner shows up to her house and knocks on the door. Hey, can you help me contact my mom? She just died of cancer. And Elise is like, I don't do that anymore. And I went through this whole after halfway through the movie, just off my dome, and I'm like, dog, I have to not talk about Insidious for a while. Have I seen Baxter? No, I have not seen Baxter. Where can I watch Baxter? Does the dog die? I was telling Gigi, we got done with Out of the Further, and oh, that's amazing. I was like, they don't kill the dog, but they did the next worst thing. He's the killer. I love that. He tries to push a newborn in the water. Well, I'm gonna watch that now. The recaps were perfect. Sadie, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I don't bring this up. I brought it up on a lot, like on like lives before and all that, and I brought it up in my podcast and things. Um, but I still very much struggle with my stutter. It's like I hate it. Um, and for whatever reason, in short form, I'm so used to short form content where like I can speak a couple of sentences, pause, take some water, get my thoughts out. Um, but like long form content, the podcast and like the big recaps that I was doing for YouTube, dude, I was in this chair just screaming, dude. I was like, "Learn how to talk, you motherfucker." I was in here pissed. I was like, "This is taking way too long. Just learn how to speak." There are some sections of there were some sections of the long recap that I was like, I want to redo this so bad, but I already respoke that part like 20 times. I was like, whatever, dude. It is what it is. I'm like, it is what it is. Oh, that's what I'm saying. So it's like I know just like everybody does it, but there's just like and I really think that there are things that I notice, like, little things like my head movement and things that I'm just like, you're doing it, and I can't get past it. But I will say, wait, can we donate? I don't know. Can you? I don't know anything about this. I really don't. How is your photo booth photo? Um, I want to learn more about Gigi. You have to teach me OBS. 'Cause, like, I what do you mean? What do I have to do? I don't know. Um, but I wanna learn OBS so I can do, like, stream starting soon and, like, the little, like, transitions and, like, do, like so I can, like, bring up and, like, watch trailers. And how? How do I do this? Yeah, see, I don't have monetization on. I'm trying to get to monetization status. I'm not there yet. That's why I'm doing this. I'm like I'm like 1,400 hours away. I'm so close, man. And in February, it's at 4,000 hours. In February, it goes to 8,000. Gigi's always yelling at me, dude. Gigi, did you eat your sandwich? We need a 24-hour live movie marathon. That's also something that I wanna figure out. That's why I made the Discord channel, which is low key dead in the water because I just, like, don't hop in there, but I made the Discord channel so I could, like, do movie nights. But I did a couple of movie nights and people were like, "Hey, it's, like, laggy, the quality's not very good." So I just think it's, like, the internet or I don't know, that I have or whatever, and I was like, I wanna find something where I can do, like, you yeah, I wanna figure out how to do cross stream and do all that. Guys, I'm not a professional content creator. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so close. I'm so close. Did you eat the rest of your sandwich? Or did you throw that shit away? That's the thing, like, I don't know what I need, like, help on, because 'cause I'm so focused on, like, daily TikTok content, which I post to IG. I'm hyper focused right now on a bunch of, like, Facebook content. Um, No, I've eaten a taquito and for like you do. That's, I mean, hell yeah. I made a steak and pasta for dinner. Um, guys, you want to see something crazy? You see this? This is my shame. I don't have room for any of this, but I keep buying. This is my shame. Bye, GG. Have fun. Have a good time. Love you. Yeah, dude. Straight up though, this is probably one of the best things. Bye. Dude. This set from Umbrella, dog. It's so nice. Bye, Travis. Thanks for stopping by, dude. This is like the complete Universal Monster collection. It's so nice. That little corner next to Leatherface. Yeah, dude. Well, my door opens. Dude, Travis, have a good night, man. It's great to great to have you, brother. Yeah, look at this, dude. It's got every single movie. It's so nice. Yeah, this is my door. Also, I am so, dude. Yeah, yes, I did. I did see the new Titan. Yes, I need to buy it. I can't spend any more money on physical media. Do you see my shame? I have no room. Finally got my Stranger Things box. The last two things that I bought were can you say this? The Mars Attacks 4K Steelbook, and dude, 30 Days a Night on Steelbook. Brother. Guys, if you listen to my podcast, you know this about me, but I am so like I'm so locked in on physical media. Like, I think like streaming is fine. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think streaming has a place. But I just think like physical media needs to it needs to be kept. It needs to be preserved. People need to keep buying physical media. Cuz all this shit, I own it. Like, I own it. You can buy you can go buy Obsession on Prime Video for was like $30 or something a lot like that when it first came out. It's a digital copy, comes with all the special features, all that cool. You don't own that. You're leasing it. You're leasing a digital copy. That is not yours. It's not yours. You're leasing that. But for $25, you can go. I don't like shopping at Walmart, but it's the only dude. Don't get me started on Apex streams, brother. But like it sucks that Walmart's like the only place that you can buy physical media now, at least in my town. Like I can go to like McKay's and like see Disc Replay. They have like used, but nothing new, nothing like these second sight boxes and Umbrella and all that. I don't have a Barnes and Noble close to me. I would definitely go. But like if you buy a digital copy, yes, Sadie, if you buy a digital copy on Prime Video, for example, this is like Vudu, this is Fandango, YouTube, Google Play, all that. You're essentially leasing a digital copy. And as long as that platform retains the rights, you'll have access, but someday they'll be like, nah, we're like pulling it off the server or whatever. No one's taking any of this from me, dog. You're going to have to come in here and take it over my dead body. Like, this is mine. That's what I'm saying. That like exactly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Did I buy the digital version of the PlayStation 5? I did. Yes. It was a little cheaper, and at the time, they had no disc versions, and that's when like they were just flying off the shelf. So I got my like, you're next in line to buy it. This is what we have. I said, okay, cool. But like Sony, one of the biggest media companies in the world, and they're like, we're no longer doing discs. That's so insane. You're going, but you can go into like you can go into GameStop. Does Best Buy even still sell games? I think they do. But you're gonna go buy a case. You're gonna open up that case, and it's gonna have a fucking digital code. What do you mean? But like, I said this on my podcast. I'm getting to a point where I want to get like a storage unit or just use like extra room in this house. I don't really have a lot of extra room, but like I want to go to like McKay's, Disc Replay, Goodwills and stuff, and just start buying all the cheap physical media and hoarding it, and just like at some point, open up some brick and mortar like physical media empire, and just be like, I have it. Let physical media people unite. I've got VHS. I've got old TVs. I've got VCR. Like, just like, I don't know, the Slasher Talk video store, whatever the fuck it's going to be called. But like, come hang out. There's going to be fucking coffee, iced coffees. Just come hang out, watch a fucking movie, hang out with your friends. I don't know. Just like something like, just keep it alive. We need more people to keep this stuff. Not necessarily like the masks and toy slasher video. Exactly. Yeah, see? $1 million idea, brother. See, I want to go to Portland so bad. I've heard Portland's beautiful. I want to go. I've actually been told that I should move to Portland, but I've like never been. Lovecraft Film Festival. When is that? I want to get, so like next year, I really want to do South by Southwest, always Fantastic Fest. Halloween Horror Nights is always a must for me, but next year I want to do another physical media tour. I did that last year with a friend of mine. We literally got in a car and we drove to North Carolina, Kentucky, Indiana, Michigan, and hit all these like boutique, like physical media shops. It was so fun. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. I spent way too much money on physical media that trip, but it was so much fun, and I wanna just, like, do that. But I wanna do more, like, horror conventions next year and just go and, like, hang out. I wanna do more, like, local film festivals. I think it'd be great. Static Tape, that's exactly where we went. Static Tape is heaven on earth, dude. I spent so much money there. I literally walked in and I was like, "I'm cooked." I did, Monsterpalooza last year, I think. Or yeah. I think I did Monsterpalooza last year. I did not do Midsummer Scream. 'Cause that's when we all went out and did things for a couple days. October 2nd through the 4th. Okay. Is it that the same every year? Because my birthday is October 2nd, and I always go to Halloween Horror Nights. Static Tape is amazing. I love that place, dude. I'll be at Buffalo Horror Garage SoCon and Silver Scream Con, and where you're located. I'm in Tennessee. I've always wanted to go to Silver Scream Con. I've been to in that area, I believe it's Monster Mania. Would I go ghost hunting? Absolutely. I was supposed to go ghost hunting in Salem when Sydney and I went, but we didn't end up going. Yeah, I've actually had a table at Monster Mania like 3 times. Monster Mania is great. Underground ghost tours, that sounds cool. When we um dude, Tubi? I've been trying to get Tubi's attention forever. I see everybody having like Tubi partnerships now. I'm like, I'm over here doing Tubi content for free, dog. Thanks, bud. We almost did oh my god. The the catacombs in Paris? That's what I'm saying. Like I love Tubi. Tubi's stacked, man. They have so much good shit for free. That's just I don't necessarily like the sponsorships and the partnerships are cool. Definitely like lucrative and things. I don't know if it's like something with like my page, my personality, how I like just like talk in videos or whatever, but like I don't get those. Which is fine. Whatever. I'm just like really trying to build like a good like foundation of like just like viewership and followers and like people that genuinely care about the page and want to come and talk about horror and feel comfortable. Like people coming on lives, like there's 12 people in here just chilling. I love that. Yeah, like sponsorships and stuff is great, but like it's not like I wake up every day being like, damn it, I don't have a sponsorship. They're dropping Triangle. Dude, I love Triangle. Oh, speaking of Triangle, guys. I have too many of these. This is one of my favorite releases from Umbrella. Look at this, dude. As a graphic designer, this is genius, dude. You Oh yeah. This design, yeah. That that poster is so good. And I'm ordering that on eBay. Yeah, dude. Actually, like, well, I mean, eBay. You might be able to find one on eBay that's like local, but let me check for you. It's from Umbrella Entertainment. They're from Australia, so like shipping's kind of expensive unless you spend like 200 bucks or whatever, then they give you free shipping, which they always get me because I'm like, well, I got to spend more to get free shipping. I have a problem though. Nah, this is out of stock. Yeah, definitely buy because dude, this is beautiful. I love this movie. Yeah, we've we've talked about because I don't live out in LA and things, location does play a very big role. Yeah. See, but keep checking though. Um Umbrella specifically, once in a while they'll like reprint this. Bro, you should see my basement. I have a physical problem with anyone. Dude, I have more over here. I have a big shelf over here with a bunch of VHS. Um, yeah, this isn't anywhere near what I want it to be, but it's a nice little collection. You might need a storage unit sponsorship, dude. Imagine that'd be crazy. Like, hey, sponsor the channel. I have a physical media problem. What's everybody looking forward to the rest of the year? Did you guys see the trailer for this new movie coming out called Family? It dropped this morning. I was gonna do a trailer reaction to it, but no. I did Camp Miasma review instead, and that's going nowhere online because I don't think the platforms like when you say teenage sex, which is understandable. But that's the name of the movie. So you win some, you lose some. But yeah, that Family movie looks crazy. It kind of gave me like Hereditary vibes to a degree. If you guys have not heard of this movie, the trailer dropped. Just stop it. It comes out September 25th. It's a 10-year-old girl begins to believe her parents are trying to kill her. Convinced a sinister spirit is to blame, she spirals into a haunting fantasy world that mirrors her deepest fears. Hell yeah. Oh, Creep Tape is so good. Season 2, that episode when he does like the Saw parody, dude, brother, so funny. And he's a nice guy too. I met him last year at Fantastic Fest. He's so funny. So funny. Yeah, Jillian, definitely check it out. It's called Family. Yeah, I thought he was great in Backrooms. He didn't, like, have a big role, but he was good. Um, knowing him as Peach Fuzz, it was nice seeing him in Backrooms play a more, like, serious kinda role. I know which I know that he can, but so I'm looking forward to Family. Um, I can't lie, I am so extremely hyped for Whalefall. I think Whalefall, the last trailer, I don't know I don't know if you guys have, like, read the book, listened to the audiobook. I just finished the audiobook, like, 3 weeks ago, and so good. Um, but the second trailer shows more of the movie, and every scene in that trailer is ripped straight out of this book. So if they are doing this book to that much of a T, Whalefall has the potential to be like one of my favorite films of the year. Like it's if they stick the landing with that movie, I think it's going to be incredible. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Werewolf. Obviously, Resident Evil looks cool. I'm going to see that at Fantastic Fest. Um, I'm gonna fuck this word up, but that Beware Boinya, which is like an Anaconda remake, so sort of thing. Hell yeah. Um, no, Whale Fall's not gonna be at Fantastic Fest. Not that, at least from what I know. That'd be sick. I have seen It Ends, yeah. John, what's up, my guy? Dude, it comes out in December or January. Yo, guys, if you did not see my video about John's film, American Dollhouse, I saw that South by Southwest earlier this year. And anybody that's a slasher fan, put that on your watch list. It's I don't want to like I don't want to get into any spoilers, nothing, but American Dollhouse is it it's a good time. John, dude, how are you, man? Colony, I'm super excited for. Um, I'm very excited for Victorian Psycho. Dude, now I'm just thinking about fucking Sandy. American Dollhouse was so good. I'm very much looking forward to. It'll have a limited theatrical run and same day digital. I'm doing great, buddy. Awesome, dude. I can't wait to see it again. Definitely will. I will definitely make it to the theater if it. It usually Nashville usually gets them, but a couple of the last like limited theatrical runs that movies have, they just have it. I don't know why. Other Mommy, I'm very much looking forward to. But I just finished that audiobook as well. Incidents Around the House. Yeah. If you make Nashville happen, I'm there, guy. Hunting Matthew Nichols is out as far as I know. Yes. I'm pretty sure it hit digital a couple months ago. If you love like found footage documentary style stuff, it's definitely worth a watch. Werewolf, I mean Robert Eggers. How can you not be hyped? I think Victorian Psycho, I think Micah Monroe, just based off of the trailer, um, that might be up there in like horror movie performance of the year. Like she just looks like she's gonna be unhinged. I'm all I'm all about it. But speaking of an unhinged horror movie performance, American Dollhouse, uh, there's a character in that movie called Sandy. You're gonna want to watch that movie for Sandy. Yeah, I can't wait to see Victorian Psycho. I think that's for sure playing at Fantastic Fest. Um, there's a lot playing at Fantastic Fest this year. It's always a good time. I can't wait to see that like hidden gem that like you couldn't make it into a movie, so you just go, I want to watch something, so you just snag a ticket for something random, and then you go, this is one of my favorites of the festival. There's always one. My first year, um, it was Mads. Mads, please tell me you've all seen Mads. If you haven't seen Mads, it's totally fine because that's a good thing. Because you haven't seen Mads, you get to watch Mads for the first time. The other mommy audiobook, how she narrated that, I thought was great. Mads, yeah. What? Look at this, Mads. Where's it at? This. If you haven't seen Mads, it's fantastic. It's a one take, a legitimate one take film. It came out in 2024. I will say, it is French, but if you do not like subtitled films, arguably, it doesn't matter because just this the one take, you were just so quickly thrown into madness, and it just, yeah, Mads is so good. Now I'm thinking about Mads. Jin, that's what we're doing. We're making lists. Oh, your first language is French? That's awesome. See, I want to learn a second language so bad. I should probably learn Spanish, but I took 4 years of Spanish. I don't remember a thing. Oh, I don't know what I can say about Duba. I don't know what I can say about that. No updates that I've heard of. Um, all I can say is it was supposed to come out, and then, like, there was, like, an opportunity, something happened that, like, it just, like they're like, "We should, like, pause the release," um, and I don't know if something fell through. I have no idea, but, um, Duba Duba was an interesting watch. That's what I'm saying. I took 4 years of Spanish. I didn't retain shit. French, I took 1 year French, and I remember un, deux, trois, and then that's yeah, it's definitely not as far as I know, it's not canceled. The movie's finished. I've seen it. Um, they had the release date, everything. I got sent a screener for it, being like, "It's coming out. If you love it, would love some like promotion." Like it was there, and then something happened. I can't. I don't want to get in trouble and like say, but something happened. Hopefully, it sees the light of Dix. I know that there are a lot of people that are very intrigued to watch it. See, if Gigi was here, she would be saying Duolingo as well because she's on a streak. Every time I'm with Gigi at like film festivals and things, she's always like, "Guys, I have to do my my Duolingo." Okay, but I fear that if I start it, and I wish that's the point. If like I start it, then I'll get addicted to keeping it up, and that's like the whole point. But um argue. Never mind. I'm not gonna self-deprecate. I used to do it to like a competition. See, and that's what I've like. That's what I've taken from it is like, um, it's just more about like getting through the lesson to keep your streak. I don't know that I would like retain anything. I would just like get through it and go, okay, I did it. With his evil eyes. Yeah. What what else is coming out this month or this year, guys? Go to my Oh, see, I just saw the poster for Primate and now I'm now I'm mad all over again that people hate that movie. The Carrie TV show, Mike Flanagan, listen, I cannot wait. I'm very interested in Clayface as well, which Mike Flanagan helped write. Um, I know this is not a superhero page, um, so I won't stay on this topic for very long. Um, but the state of DC right now and their cinematic universe, um, I like that they're doing different things, but man, they're in shambles. It feels like they're in shambles. I hope Clayface is a hit. I really do. You almost watched Primate the other day. It It'll make you sad. It made me sad. Yeah. There is there are a lot of things that, like, like, very continuously get me emotional, um, in movies, but, like, anything with animals, like, I can see, like, like there's, I can watch the rat scene in Terrifier 3, and I'm fine. Um, there's a little bit of a rat scene in, like, Insidious Out of the Further. It was fine. Um, but, a monkey, a dog, a cat, like, anything that whines and, like, you can, like the noises where it's sad or it's hurt, dog, it gets me every time. Yes, I believe let me check for you just so I'm not talking out my ass, but I believe it's October 7th because 'cause they're premiering a few things at yes, October 7th. They're playing a few of the episodes for us at Fantastic Fest, which is pretty cool. I did feel sad watching Cujo here and there, yeah, because it wasn't his fault, and, like, it's not Cujo's fault. The same thing in Primate, it's not it wasn't Ben's fault. That's what makes me sad. Now, I'm getting emotional right now. There's a specific scene in Primate that I remember sitting in my theater seat, opening night, Fantastic Fest last year, and I was like, it is night one, and I'm like trying to hold back tears in the theater because the difference between like a dog, like a dog can like whimper and like try to communicate that way that it's like hurt and all those things. Like there is a like certain, level of at which like a dog can try to communicate with you, but Ben, he is a chimpanzee. So there's a scene like where he's communicating with his family. He's like, "I'm hurt, I'm sick," and brother, I was like, "I can't with any of this, dude." Like, that scene by the pool, I don't wanna, like, spoil all the details, but he's literally trying to communicate with them saying, "I'm sick," like, "I'm hurt," and then he launches into his shit, and it's like, "Oh my god." People are like, "Fucking kill the chick." I was like, "Dude, it's not his fault." Yeah. People hated that movie, and I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe I just have bad taste. Yeah, like, it's, like, not a it's a big scene, but it's, like, it doesn't take forever, but just, like, I'm just so overly emotional with that kinda stuff, so, like, it just immediately, I was like, "Oh my god, they're having him just" I don't wanna do it and spoil everything, but there's something that he does in that scene that as soon as he did it, I was like, "Cut it, man. I'm done. Don't fucking look at me." I think so too. The fact that Miguel was in an actual suit, the fact that it was a practical suit made of yak hair, by the way, that thing had to be incredibly hot. And when he had the head on, there was like a lot of like fans and like mechanisms inside the head, so the puppeteers off to the side can like control his like expressions. Dude couldn't hear shit. Like he was probably in that suit for 8 hours a day minimum. When I being on the set of Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3, I don't know if anybody was here for, I think the last live I talked about it, or like you've listened to my podcast or whatever. If you've seen the podcast with George, who plays Pooh, but being on the set of Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 3, Louis and George, who play Tigger and Pooh, they were there so early getting this makeup on. And they were in their full costume for, I'm not joking, like 14 hours a day. Contacts, they like these really thick contacts that you're not supposed to have in for like that long. They would like take their like teeth out, and they would take like the hand sleeves off. Do you guys want to see that mask? Give me a second. He wore this. You see this fucking thing? Try to pop it. That's like all weird and shit. You see. Whoop. Yeah. It was like he wore this like minimum 10 hours a day. Like, it's insane. This shit, he's so big. George is massive. When I can post like behind the scenes, the first 10 minutes of being on set, George in his full costume comes around the corner, and I was like, literally, what's up? Massive. He's fucking massive. And then he would just be standing, he'd be standing in a corner with this on just like way up here, and it's just like he would just be, you just in the darkness you would see this, and I was like, you're scary. Because I showed you guys Pooh, I have to show you guys Tigger as well. Spoilers. But yeah, super cool. Great guys. But no, it's just like being on set and like having that experience and seeing just what like Louis went through for Tigger and what George went through for Pooh. And I always forget, I think it's John who played Rabbit. He's terrifying. I came into the circus tent, and this motherfucker was in his full rabbit costume in the darkness, just just staring at me. And I walked by him and I was like, I hate you. I hate you. But just seeing what these actors go through, seeing them inside the makeup chair, what I had to go through, which I have, but I cannot show you guys because it is a major spoiler. But like the prosthetic and things that I had to go through, like I went through like it was like 2 hours to put it on, and then like another 2.5 to 3, or an hour or so to put it on. That's right, and then like 3 hours to take it off. It was miserable, and that was it wasn't anything that like covered my entire face. I didn't have to wear contacts, nothing, but just like so when wrapping it all the way back to Primate, which is what started this entire conversation, Miguel was in an entire head to toe suit made of yak hair that had to be so incredibly hot. He couldn't hear. And like his performance was so physically demanding. Like, how do you not, at the very baseline, give that dude the respect that he deserves for just playing the role? And I thought it looked incredible. People say, oh, it looks so fake. It looked like a guy in a suit. I would much rather, in my opinion, I feel like I am on a soapbox yelling and no one cares. But I would much rather see that we got Primate with a real guy in a suit and it look, in my opinion, that good than a CGI chimpanzee. Which is your favorite Pooniverse movie? Have you seen them all? The only one that I like, the only one that I genuinely just like do not like is the first Blood and Honey. But I think even that one, it kind of like crosses that like it's so bad you can have some fun with it kind of vibes. But I think Blood and Honey 2 is such a massive step up from the first one. I think Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare is legitimately solid. It's not like a 4 out of 5 movie, but like it has no business being as good as it is. Bambi had zero business being as good as it was, and Pinocchio, I thought was a lot of fun. Yeah, see, I think I will defend Primate forever. I thought it was great. What else is coming? Oh, Night Patrol was a disappointment. Did anybody see Alpha? Julia DeCarno's new film? That went under the radar a ton. That's your favorite one? I thought Pinocchio was cool. This Is Not a Test was kind of disappointing for me. Cannot wait for Whale Fall. Lure was not good. Did anybody else see Ghost Train? That anthology was like from Korea, I think. That could be wrong. Yeah. South Korea. What did you like it? Like no one talks about it. Yeah, I don't think it was. I didn't think it was like amazing, but like South Korea. The girl goes to like the train station, and yeah, I thought it was cool. No one ever talks about it. That one's sliding under the radar. Do Not Enter was I did not like that one. Ooh, if you guys like see, I agree. So here's the thing. Um this is not a test I didn't see before the trailer. So I did think the same thing about this is not a test. I was like, dude, the trailer was so action packed, and then the movie's just like not. I had a different experience with We Bury the Dead. I saw We Bury the Dead at South by Southwest before any of any of the marketing, all that. We just knew Daisy Ridley and like zombies. That's it. Um, and I like really liked it for what it was. Going in blind, I was like, oh wow, this is a different, kind of a different, take and things. And then I remember seeing the trailer when they announced the movie and they're like, here's the trailer. And I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. Because the trailer made it look like this super action packed zombies are coming after Daisy Ridley and she's going to be fighting them. That is not what that movie is. Yeah, right after that trailer came out, I was like, oh no. Yeah, I can't wait to see Colony. I- I've heard good. I haven't heard anything like fantastic about it, but I don't know a lot of people that have seen it yet. But it looks great. I agree. So if you guys like zombie movies, what's your favorite zombie film? 20 Days Later. I like Dawn of the Dead's great. Ooh, The Crazies is good. I love The Crazies. I think The Crazies is great. Zombie. You gotta love Fulci. That's the feeling that we all chase right there. I love that. That's like zombies don't do that for me personally, but what does do that for me is ghosts. Me being in like my house by myself and me feeling like something is like outside of my door in the shadows lurking, watching me from the shadows and things, like that's what I'm like, brother, no, I'm good. Um that's why like Undertone really affected me. I watched it in here, Pitch Black. Train to Busan is so good. Very sad. Um, but when I watched Blackwell Ghost 3 and 4, I was in my bedroom, which is on this other wall. I watched it in the pitch black, and I am not lying. 35-year-old man alone in his house watching it. I fully know this is fake. I fully know this is a movie, and I had to turn on my lamp, and I'm like, "No, I'm good, dude." Like, I just felt something was in the darkness, and I was like, "I have to be able to see the hallway. I hate this." Like, I just ghosts just get underneath my skin, dude. Undertone for me, I get why people don't like the movie. When people say that, like, they hated it, I'm like, I 100% I get it. Undertone for me, I saw that shit in this room in the pitch black and just locked in, and just the vibe that that movie had, all the camera work, all the angles, the sound design, all that, I literally just felt like there was an evil presence that had made its way into this room and was just like hovering and just like watching me watch the movie. And I was like, no, I hate this movie. Like, I just, but I'm such a person at like, if you give me that kind of atmosphere, I'm all in. I'm locked in. I will forgive a lot of things that maybe don't necessarily work or whatever. I will forgive. Damian McCarthy has a very similar thing with like Caveat and Oddity and Hokum. His atmosphere is incredible. Osgood Perkins does it in Longlegs. Um, that's why I personally enjoyed Keeper a lot more than a lot of people. Keeper is not like a solid front to back like storyline movie. It's not great, but like the atmosphere and stuff that he created in that movie, I was like, all right, you have me enough where I'm like, I didn't hate this movie. Fourth Kind. That's a movie that I legitimately thought was real. See, the sad is so okay, let's just get this squared away. Is this the sadness technically zombies? Because sometimes I will say 28 days later, 28 years later, the sadness and things, and people will go, those aren't zombies. Okay. Then, like, what are they? Infected? I know technically, like, they haven't died and, like, reanimated, so technically they aren't zombies. I love Damian McCarthy. He's such a sweet guy too. If you guys haven't watched my podcast or listened to my podcast with Damian McCarthy, you should do that. Donna the of the Dead remake. I just posted about that on Facebook the other day. Yeah, dude, I legitimately have no idea Why Damian McCarthy let me interview him, I have no idea. But like I would talk to Osgood Perkins any day of the week, dude. Uh, Lindsay, are you talking Crossed? Blackcoat's Daughter, I thought was great. It's a little slow. Yeah, the Cross, like the Cross comics are crazy. Jillian, you said that you liked Damian McCarthy. How would you rank his films? See, I need to rewatch Gretel and Hansel because I watched Gretel and Hansel um when I wasn't really into these like slow burn type of films. Um so I remember being like, eh, it was fine. But I think my taste has changed since watching it. I need to rewatch it. I have it, I think. I should. Yeah, because like I love Blackcoat's Daughter. It's a little slow, but where it goes is great. I loved Long Legs. I thought Keeper had a good vibe. It's not like a fantastic movie, but it has a great vibe. So I need to go back and rewatch Gretel and Hansel. But Damian McCarthy, I just caveat's a little slow, but the atmosphere is amazing. This like the tension and the scares and that fucking rabbit with his drum. Um, I love Oddity. Hokum was great. Even better the second time. You slap Damian McCarthy's name on something, I'm gonna watch it. See, I think that's where I'm at too. I love it depends on the day. I loved Oddity so much. I think Oddity might jump Hokum, but it's like it's like right there, man. It's like whichever one, it's yeah. See, I think I love 'em both. Love them, love them. I was supposed to have a new statue in the background, but I had to send it back. I ordered a Shorty statue from Killer Clowns from Outer Space, and um, I went to go piece it together and all that, and there was something wrong with the statue, so I had to send it back. I'm gonna get credit for it and all that. So I'm thinking about taking the refund money for that and buying a life size Ghostface because I have a problem. I want to after I get off of here, I want to watch I'm a bad horror fan and I haven't seen all of Widow's Bay. So I'm like making my way through Widow's Bay. I'm on episode I think I watched episode 3 the other night. I think I'm on 4. It's a lot of fun so far. I hear it just gets better and better as it goes. What I like about it is episode 2, I was very aware of like what was happening and where this like where it was like going to go. So then episode 3 comes and I'm like, "Oh, like surely they don't do the same thing." And then they switch it up a little bit and I was like, "That's how you do that." Great writing. So good. See, I'm not usually like an overall like massive fan of like horror comedy, but like it's just how you approach it. Like the like I'm gonna get so much shit for this, but like weapons, for example, you started like weapons baseline was just like so serious and so creepy. And then like he would like inject humor here and there. And I was like, I didn't hate it, but there was a point in weapons where I think like for me, the humor crossed a line where now I'm like, now it's just now I'm just annoyed. Stop trying to be funny. Um Widow's Bay, it just has that vibe from the get go. It just has this like little quirky, coastal town kind of vibe. It's just like you just get that vibe straight from the rip. So I was like, I know what, like, I'm all in. Sadie, have you seen Leviticus yet, or is this your first time watch? Ooh. I'll be very curious to hear everybody's views on Leviticus. Jeb hasn't seen it yet either. Oh shit. Coming from somebody that's not a big It Follows fan, I really enjoyed Leviticus. Yeah, right now Leviticus is just it's still video on demand. See, Sadie, I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way. So when I get I 100% get this like vibe and this super annoyance from of people where they're like, we got to stop doing this like grief trauma trope in horror. And I'm like, for sure, we've gotten a lot of that, but I'm such a sucker for that shit because it makes me feel something. It like and when you can like make me feel emotional, make me feel sad in a horror movie, like I'm you got me, man. Some people do not want to feel sad watching a horror. And so it's like it's a different take, it's different tastes. But like if you can show me a horror movie, give me tension, give me creepiness, give me anxiety, things like that. And then on top of that, make me feel, yes, sir. And some people do not want that whatsoever. They just want blood and guts, and they just want their horror to be just no no underlying, themes or whatever. They just want it to be just they just want their monster movie to be a monster movie, and that's fine. But man, if you can make me feel sad, Dark Song would be one of them. Yep, Dark Song was good. See, and that's what I liked about I'll rent it and everyone get on my account. Don't dox yourself. Don't like share your information publicly. But no, Lindsay, I know exactly what you mean. Like there are just some nights where I'm like, I just need to watch a fucking I just want to watch Terrifier 2 or whatever, and just like Art the Clown just over here doing his thing. It's just it's a bit mindless and all that. And then there's some nights where I'm like, I need something with a little bit more substance, with layers. I want to like dissect this and like analyze and um yeah. That's why I thought people really didn't like Evil Dead Burn, and I thought Evil Dead Burn did both of those things like very well. Where they're like, here's the like family grief and trauma and like domestic violence and all this kind of stuff, but also it's a crazy movie. Um, See, I'm not a big crier, but like if I cry, it's typically because of a movie and when I think about my dog. No, I was just thinking, man, he's been not to get not to go down that road, but it'll be 3 years me having to say goodbye to my dog here in a couple weeks. Mm, especially since that, like, anything with dogs in movies, I'm kinda like, "No." The Last House, I think I saw, um I do need to watch The Sadness now, which I have it. Just pop that bad boy in quick. Um, yeah, somebody brought up The Last House. I didn't think The Last House was, like, a fantastic movie or whatever, but, like, that dog scene, man. Fuck you, Netflix. Fuck you. So everybody's watching Leviticus tonight for the first time. Did we all like It Follows? 'cause it's very similar. It's not the same. But everybody's gonna watch Leviticus for the first time and then report back to the page, yeah? Yeah, that family sure did trap a lot of, sure did trap a lot of, animals. See, I'm in the same boat, Jen. I thought It Follows is just, like, okay. Okay, like, I appreciate the score, I appreciate, um, some of the camera work, um, and I think, like, the first the first act of It Follows is great. It just, like, just as it continues, I'm like, "No." Um, Leviticus for me, there was just more that I, like, attached to. Now, like, I don't have the LGBTQ, like, life experience or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying, but just, like, um, with the characters and what they were going through and, like, all that kinda thing, there was just more for me to, like, attach to and, like, like, care about the characters and things. It Follows, I was just kinda like, "I just don't care." Yeah, losing a dog is so hard, man. I had, I don't know if you guys have seen, like, my Instagram stories or whatever when I post them here and there. Um, where is this was this was Blaze. Can you see him? So, like, it's really white. Yeah. Turn my thing down. There we go. That was Blaze. He was a good boy. He was a good guy. He was a good puppy. He was 14. Huskies don't typically make it past, like, 12, so I got a lot of good time with him, and, he was very yeah, he was 14, um, and he was a very important piece of, keeping me somewhat grounded when I went through my divorce. Um, so his last, like, 4 to 5 years, he 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 took on a lot. Yep. I was married. I was with my ex-partner for almost 13 years, married for about 6 of that 13, and then, yeah, the back halfway through 2018, some shit went down, and some shit went down and I moved out of the house, and we got divorced like halfway through 2019 or something like that. So yeah. Oh yeah. But like it's there is a there is a there is a part of me that like I really continue to like I do this because I genuinely love doing this and talking to everybody about horror. I just think like horror movie fans and lovers of the horror genre specifically, a lot of times feel like they don't really have a lot of like spaces to go and talk about these things, and especially with people that love it the way that they do. That's what I love about like content creation has really made a big thing over the last few years, and conventions and all that. Like we are finding more and more spaces to go. But there is this layer of the content channel and slasher talk that was born from Blaze. So there is a part of continuing this is me uh continuing to fulfill this promise to him, kind of vibe. Because I'm sure if you like, I'm sure you guys will understand this, especially as lovers of animals. But like after my divorce, I was in such a low and dark place for so long that um I knew it was coming up. Blaze was on the back, just being realistic that he was just on the back end of his life, and I tried so hard to get myself to a better place for him so that like when he left, like he knew that I was okay, and I don't think that I like quite got there. Um so like that feeling helped just be like, I need to just get my shit together and not just be overly depressed about losing him and all these things that have happened to me in the last 5 years and things. So like losing him was a launching point for all of this. So like there is like a layer to all of this that is like a dedication and a continued promise kept to Blaze. So I think about him every day. He's a good boy. That's what I'm saying. Non-horror people, um, it just it's just a horror movie. It's like there's just so much more to this genre, and I just love to like analyze and dissect and like have these conversations with people that love this genre the way that I do. Um, a lot of people, one, have not been in this room. I don't have a lot of like in real life friends that come over to the house. I live with my two uh, closest friends and roommates, but um, even they don't really like coming over to this room. Some days they're like, "That's creepy." So yeah, I've had some people come in here and go, "You're a freak," and I go, "Yeah." Well, what do you do? I try to make it cool. Yeah. Yep. My dogs keep me okay every day. I I 100% understand that. Uh my roommates, they have a couple of dogs and a few cats, so it's like um I get to go over to that side of the house and play with the dogs. Oh yeah. If you log on to my TV, you go on to Hulu, Tubi, Prime Video, Netflix, everything is just like for you, all the scariest shit. Yep. Unless you go to Peacock and then it's like The Office. I love The Office. I need to rewatch The Office. I'm due for an Office rewatch. Check. Ah, you're an It's Always Sunny fan. Hell yeah. Is this the only horror movie not no. Um, this is my main space. So this is where, like, I spend a lot of my time. So, like, this is, like, my main room. Um, but, like, I just did a bunch of work to my living room. I got a new couch and, um all that, and I've started to take some of the horror stuff and put it out there. Um, but my kitchen is all blacked out. Um, I got I've got like pumpkins and stuff on the kitchen counter, and I have a Frankenstein bust out in the living room, and I got a Jigsaw poster out there and a Scream poster out there. So like, yeah, it's making its way out. This is where the majority of it is, though. My goal, I think would be sick, is to just have like my entire house just like at one point. Just you walk into my house and you go, Jesus Christ, you like horror, huh? And I go, uh-huh. I don't think any Spirit Halloweens have opened near me yet, which sucks. I tried so hard to get the Art the Clown baby like 2 years ago and just couldn't find it. I hear the Terrifier bear is very hard to find. I got It's hard. I got the baby Ghostface one year. I found him. You're not even getting a Spirit Halloween? Is that allowed? Is that legal? Can they do that? Did a random business not close in your town this year? Where do you rank the Simpsons movie in your movie? Like this, just the Simpsons movie? I haven't seen that movie since it came out in theaters. That's crazy. I don't know. Nowhere near my top 50. Well, Portland's Comic Con is a few weeks, so I said, oh, okay. Closest one is an hour away. Oh, yeah, no AC. That sucks. Dude, it's hot everywhere. I can't imagine not having AC anywhere right now. That's gotta be terrible. It's so hot. I just don't wanna even be outside, so I don't go. Um, is the are the Bears, like, the hot thing this year? Oh, Jen, I can't imagine working retail of any kind again in my life. I worked at a grocery store for years. Um, Yikes. Yeah, because there always seems well, no, the Freddy Fazbear animatronic was, like, the thing this year, right? Yeah, that's what I'm going for. I think I am getting ready to turn 37. I have been single for coming up 7, 8 years now. I'm just throwing in the towel. I think I'm just gonna just do the single thing. I'm gonna go buy a house one of these days, and I'm just gonna horror that entire house out because what's up? I'm just gonna do. I actually had somebody, one of the guys that came and did like electric for our house walked into my kitchen and he's like looked around. I've got black kitchen cabinets. I've got this like leather textured kind of like granite that's black. All my like stainless steel. It's all blacked out. And um he was like, "Are you single?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I can tell." Like in my kitchen, I was like, "Excuse me?" And he was like, "No woman would ever let you do this. This is sick though. Like live that bachelor lifestyle, my man." I was like, "Get the fuck out of my kitchen." I was like, "Get the fuck out of here." And rude ass. Um, Thanks for saying it's cool though. Uh, he's like, "I can tell." I was like, "Okay." But no, if I can just like, I went and got like my entire house is is this color. I want to paint the doors and shit black, but like, um, this isn't gonna be my forever home. So there's just like a part of my brain where I'm like, I don't want to do a bunch of like all the detail work and then move. So, but when I like get my own place, dog, like that's what I'm saying, Jen. It's just like, hey, if it happens, it happens, cool. But like, um, yeah, I'm no longer like stressing about, oh, I have to find a new partner and things. And just like, whatever, dude. I'm so focused on the channel and just like personal growth and just going out and like traveling and doing all these, things, just like it's so nice. I think I think that's it too. It's just like once you like I had my peace disrupted, and just something that was technically like out of my control just brought my entire world crashing down, and I just never want to go through that again. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit in my house of horrors and be at peace. Yeah, I think that's a big thing too, is like I've always kept everything in like one room because it's just like, oh, like y- you don't want, my ex-partner didn't, I was, around Halloween, I would, would take some things out and this, that, and the other, but it's like all of this in the house completely was just that wasn't gonna happen. So yeah, yeah, Jeb, yeah, I'm very much just like, hey, if it happens, it happens. And, if I happen to, if I happen to meet somebody and we click and we click and do all that, then like cool, whatever. But just like, yeah, I'm not focused on it. Dude, I've done a lot of traveling this year. I had never, besides like taking cruises and going to like, I've technically been to like the Bahamas and technically been to Mexico through a cruise. Um, but I had never like flown out of the country. And then this year, I went to the UK twice. I flew to yeah, I went to the UK twice. I did London, um, and we shot Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey in York. So I did that. Um, that second trip we did we went to Scotland. So I've been to Scotland. I technically have been in Ireland at the airport, but I don't really count that. Um, so yeah, I knocked off I knocked off a couple. Yeah, I wanna travel a lot more. I think it could be a lot of fun. It's just so cool. It's such a cool experience. Um, it was really crazy going to the it was really crazy going to the UK twice in 1 year when I didn't think that I would ever go. So, that was a lot of fun. See, but I also wanna be to be fair, I also want to live in a neighborhood that still I don't know, do kids still trick or treat? Because I wanna have the house that during Halloween, people race to the house. I wanna give out, like, full-size candy bars and have, like, strobes and fucking soundtracks playing and scare kid I think that'd be so cool. But every single neighborhood that I've lived in, nobody trick or treats. I'm like, "Okay." See, I think that's a lot of, like, what, like, my neighborhoods do, like, they do the yeah. So, like, they go to, like, actual, like, buildings and they just do it, right? Oh, that's cool. How cool. I I went to Salem last year during Halloween, that was super cool. Yeah, I'm sure that town decorates like crazy, huh? I mean, they would have to. Jan, I think that you should definitely go once. I was with Sydney from Horror Chronicles. I don't know if you follow her page, but she said that last year when we went that it wasn't as decorated as it usually is. Um, so that was kind of disappointing because I thought that it would maybe be a little bit more decorated, but it was still such a cool trip. I would imagine the real Halloween town is crazy because Salem in October is insane. Twilight too, dude. Robert Pattinson is doing overtime to try to get away from fucking Edward, dude. He is out here doing like Academy Award winning performances so that everybody forgets that he was in Twilight. The Twilight House, dude, I can't. That's why it makes me so mad. Can we talk about that? Like the new owner of the Nightmare on Elm Street house and how he just like hates the fans and has the front of the house covered up in your fucking shrubs and plants and shit. And it's like, look, I get it it's your house. You bought the house. You can do whatever you want to with the house. But you have people that have the Twilight house that Airbnb that shit, and that shit is booked for a year in advance. Why, why buy a house like the original A Nightmare on Elm Street house and act the way that you're acting? I get it. It's your house. You do not owe the fandom or the world or nothing. You don't owe them anything. I get it. But holy shit, I just feel like such a missed opportunity. Tyler, what's up, dude? Yeah, yeah, no, 100%. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know damn good and well what house you're buying. I imagine when you are even if you don't know about the franchise or what the house is, I feel like that has to be disclosed, right? In the process. Like, hey, just FYI, this is a house that is very famous for one of the biggest slasher horror franchises of all time. One of the most iconic slashers. This is the house. Are you cool with that? And he's like, yeah, for sure. I want to board this bitch up. Like, and once again, like, it's your house. Whatever. I like that. I like that he hasn't, you know, painted the white and gotten rid of the green shutters and all that. Like, but the Amityville house, they had to change like the iconic windows. They changed those so people would stop like coming to their house and taking a photo. Now, unless you know that's the house, you're not walking by it and going, "Oh, I recognize that house." Like I'm pretty sure they had to they changed some of the outside to so it doesn't look the way it did. I just think that's crazy that you own something like that and you don't take advantage. Airbnb that shit. That the Nightmare on Elm Street. How like they do a Stu Macher's house. Like Stu Macher's house, they have tours, they have events. Like those people make so much money. Did they have to? Obviously, I don't know their financial situation. But that house keeps getting used in movies. I mean, like they have, especially during October. Like I want to go to the Stumacher house at some point. It'd be really cool to get invited or find something to go and just do some content in the house. I want to do that. I want to I want to do some sort of great white shark cage dive thing and do a bunch of Jaws content. I think that'd be sick, but that's going down a road of things that I just want to do, but going back to just brother. That's what I'm saying. Dude, let me stay in the Evil Dead cabin. Like, why is this not a thing? That'd be so sick. Can you imagine going on an Airbnb tour of the US and just staying at all these dude? Yes. That'd be so sick. Yeah, I do think the original cat I think I read that. In Nebraska, we had the Velisca axe murder house that was very popular. But Tyler, how have you been, man? You've been grinding. That's that's what sucks is you have a big part of fandoms that just aren't respectful, and that's why you get owners like the Nightmare on Elm Street house owner that's just kind of like, no, I'm not dealing with any of you fucks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you think that I would own all this shit if I wasn't single? Dude, exactly. You know about the monetization requirements changing in February, yes? That's why I'm on the YouTube grind right now trying to hit that. See, I think ugh. Yeah, because come February, it's gonna be so much harder. Literally 2 times as hard. Dude, it's tough. It's hard. I don't do long form shit. I mean, you're only 2K away, and you've hit 1,000 in 2. That's great, dude. Holy shit. I'm inching my way along. Uh, it's tough. My Ice Cream Man review did pretty well. I got like 600 watch hours off that one. So that helped me a ton. But besides that, it's a slow grind. I think these live streams supposedly help. Yeah. I've been wanting to do live streaming again anyway. But this, I think all the views and watch hours of like when it happens counts. Um, and then this video will like stay stationary on the account, and then like people can watch it. Like those watch hours count as well. Um, so yeah. But that's why in my subscriber group on Facebook, I was just like very transparent because like I don't like want people to think yes, I want to do like I want to do more consistent like live streams like this, and like hopefully we can like build these to have more, more people. But I think this is plenty of, plenty of people to have a great conversation, talk about news. We talk about trailers. Um, but I wanted to be like very transparent of just like, yes, I'm doing this because I do want to implement this into the content moving forward. But like the reason why I'm starting this now and like build that habit is because of the monetization thing. Um, because like I'm so close that I think this helps. So like, but because I just don't like when you get a feeling that a creator is being like shady in any kind of way. Not that like doing this would be shady, but I just kind of felt like um the people that want to support the channel, want to support me and things like they want to know these things like, oh, like how can I help? This is how you can help. Like I'm gonna jump on live. Let's hang out. Let's chat. Let's just like talk about horror and like all of that. Like full transparency. Like this is helping me in this way, which is very hard. It was very hard for me to do because I don't want it to come off like, please help me. I'm begging kind of thing. Um, hopefully it did not come off that that way. Tyler, just keep grinding, man. Um, Facebook took like 3 to 4 months. I want to say like 3 months of posting 4 to 5 times a day for like anything to happen. And they're kind of really hard focusing on reels right now. The photos definitely help, but that's what I'm saying exactly, and that's what I want it to feel like. That's what I want, like the subscriber group to feel like, and the Facebook page. I just want in any way that people want to be involved. Um, just have a place to go where they have people that they can meet and build friendships about this genre that we just love. Yes, Facebook is definitely hyper focused on reels right now for sure. And I think they will continue to be. Has it? That's great. If you go through my comment section on Facebook, you'll find some not very kind people. Yeah, Tyler, just not dude. The timing of that is incredible. But yeah, those people aren't interested in on hopping on a thing like this. So that's awesome. Hell yeah. 6 months. That's crazy. Hell yeah. I think it's so cool. And so many like I want you guys to know like legitimately like I like it's so cool. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys don't know how much like you viewing and liking and engaging and like joining these things and following the page like it helps me so much and like this entire slasher talk content thing has like saved me in so many ways you guys have no clue. So like the fact that we've maintained like right around like 12 to 15 people in here all night, I think that's so cool. Thank you. Yeah. Chuck and I started Facebook pages right around the same time. Yeah, this is a different kind of vibe for sure, right? Yeah. It's a it's a lot different than me sitting down at the desk and recording my video and hitting post. Like, you take on movies. That's awesome. Hell yes. I think that's the main thing about content creation in general is there are so many people that talk film and TV in like specific genres. There are so many horror creators. Um, and like what I love about that is there is room for everybody. Like everybody has a seat at the table because like my taste in horror might not work for user 64827, but like Jen has the exact almost the exact same taste as me. I'm sure it's not 100%. It's going to be hard to have the exact same view of every single movie. That's going to be damn near impossible. But if you can find friends, content creators, pages where you can get recommendations that share similar taste, you're gonna have so much more joy out of that page. Like, I'm sure every single one of you in here can name a movie that I loved that you were like, brother, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And I'm sure each one of those movies will be different. Like, that's just the way it is. But like, I would imagine if you hit follow and for 3 months straight, every recommendation, go see this movie, you're like, I did not like that. Our taste just doesn't align. You're probably gonna unfollow and then go find somebody that has similar tastes as you. And like that's where you're gonna find your joy. How we doing, Steven? How are you? Your taste in horror is so similar, being open-minded about the variety of horror too. Yeah. Yep. I try not to I won't lie, I do get in moods, and especially with like studio films like Blumhouse, Universal, Sony, things like that. Like if I don't like something, um, I'm a little bit like harsher because in I don't do negative videos to just for the views and engagement and things. Like I try to be as honest as I can. And sometimes I just get home from something and I'm just like, I hated that, and that's just how it comes off. But like independent films, I really try not to like tear people down. And then like in the comment sections as well, like not to go down this road, it is what I'm like the best that I have been up here now in years. So like, but there's still days where it's like, dude, reading these comments, like guys, the amount, I'm not joking, the amount of death threats that I get over a movie is crazy. Specifically on Facebook, I've gotten like DMs from people that send me paragraphs of like, this is why you suck. This is why you're a piece of shit. And this is why you should kill yourself. And if you don't kill yourself, I'll kill. I'm like, over a movie, dog, over Scary Movie 6. That's the hill that you're going to die on. Scary Movie 6. All right. Yeah. Like, it's crazy work. That's why, do I need validation from people every single day? No. I do not. I'm gonna continue to make my I'm gonna continue to make my content. I'm gonna continue to post because it's just like it's one, I love to do it. Two, it's now my full-time job. So like I kind of have to. But like once in a while, I will get a random message on Facebook or a DM on TikTok or a DM on Instagram or whatever, and somebody will just say, "Hey, I never do this, but I feel compelled," or just in whatever way. But people will just like send me a random if nobody has told you this yet today, this week, or whatever, just know like I love your page. I love your content. I really appreciate what you do. My family and I like pull up your page every Friday after dinner or what just like a nice little positive. I hope you feel supportive. And it's just like, dude, I don't get that all the time. And it like sending somebody a message like that, if you ever feel compelled to, I'm not saying for me, but if you are like, if you, a friend, a parent, just like another content creator, if you ever just feel compelled, like getting that one message or that one comment or something during, it's like it does help to go, okay, somebody gets joy out of me doing this. That's why I continue. Like, just like sweet. Like, and in those times of like, I think it was back to back for me. It was like Scary Movie 6 right into something else that it was just like 3 weeks straight of just hate. And I was like, brother, this sucks. But yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, you're like, "Hey, does Indy die?" I was like, "Mm-mm." Oh, it was Leviticus. Yeah, it was Leviticus. Yeah, if you ever, um I haven't had anything crazy the last couple weeks or whatever, but, like, um, once in a while, the comment sections will just go crazy, and I was like, "Alrighty." Oh, yeah, no, 100%. I remember I brought up, hard candy one time, and I said Elliot Page, and Facebook had a complete meltdown. Leviticus, because the two main characters are gay. I got a lot of messages about that. Scary Movie 6. That yeah, it's been it's a good time. And to a degree, it's like, yes, like that, that is I was knee deep in that market. I know I saw you. um there are like I try to, and I think this is a great mindset of like when those things happen, to just be like it's engagement. Put a positive spin, but like when you open up your phone and like all the notifications are just like, even if you don't read the whole comment, when you just see negativity for that long. It's just like, dude, it eventually doesn't matter how strong your mental health is. It's like it's tough. So, but no, I do appreciate every single one of you. Um, I'm gonna wrap it up here. We've been live for about 3 hours. Um, and that's kind of, I was trying to do like a whole 6 to 9 thing. Um, but yeah, I really appreciate every single one of you coming, to hang out. Um, this has been fun. I want to like add things to this stream, down the road. Um, right now it's just pretty much just like hanging out, chatting. This has been fun. Like um the conversation has been great. I had a great time. I hope you guys liked this. I will definitely do more. I will definitely do more of these. Tyler, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna have to make sure I sub to your YouTube. I don't know if I have yet. But no, guys, you guys made my Friday night. Thank you so much. This was awesome. I'm gonna try to do more of these. Next week I'm gone, and like the next few weeks is gonna be busy. I've got a lot of Halloween horror nights. Fantastic Fest is coming up. Film festival, all that. So it's gonna be busy, but I'll try to sneak one in maybe before, definitely after, so we can talk about all of like the movies that I saw, what you should, put on your watch list, all that. So gonna be a busy 3 to 4 weeks coming up here. So Tyler, I hope you make it into Halloween horror nights, man. That'd be great. I'm still waiting to see maybe on Hollywood's side. But Orlando is a go. So, but everybody enjoy your Friday. I know a lot of you are going to watch Leviticus. Cannot wait to see your thoughts on that. And if you do something else, just watch something spooky, enjoy. And I will see you next time. Okay? All right. Bye.